Well, if you make a car that'll go almost 3 times as fast as the speed limit, and you make sure you're comfortable with it under those conditions, then you know somebody's got to feel awfully secure at 65 or 70 miles an hour. You don't have to worry about anybody out in a fling trying the car out and having a problem with it. When you want a car to feel okay at that speed, you end up with axle ratios that make the car loaf at highway speeds. You put better brakes on it than you need so you can stop it from that speed. And then the guy that just drives it normally has got all kinds of reserve.
99% of the people that buy this car are going to get nervous when it's not even close to its limit. We designed this car for 9/10 of a G, so when the customer gets queasy at 7/10, there's 2/10 margin for his safety and for our peace of mind. This car's got great aerodynamics. It's got a whale tail spoiler, hidden headlamps, and an air dam, and that means high-speed stability and fuel economy. This formula is fantastic with this new WS6, but that base car over there is no slouch. It'll actually outhandle an 82 or an 83 WS6. Got front and rear bars, standard performance tires. In fact, we don't offer Y99 anymore because you got it all there in the base car.
The biggest change for this year is a new cast aluminum wheel that's lighter, actually thinner, much stronger. Huge stabilizer bars, gas pressure, shocks, and struts on all 4 corners of the car. There's nothing you can do on a WS6 Firebird to make it swing more than the road front.
We've got a new induction system for 88 that really breathes. The 350 will run right to the red line now and then bang you hard on the shift. The 5-liter multi-point gets the same induction system, and it's actually faster than last year's 350. But even the base V8's got fuel injection this year, and it drives like steam under all conditions, and all the V8s have single bell accessory drives this year. We think this is the best powertrain lineup we've ever had in the Firebird. We've got fuel injection on all the motors, and they drive great, and you can get some real-world fuel economies that'll really surprise you. You can expect 21, 22 miles per gallon in a GTA out there, and that's driving the car the way it was intended to be driven, aggressively.
If you sit in a Firebird, you feel right. The gauges are where they ought to be, and the steering wheel's where it ought to be. The shifter's right where it ought to be. Your hand falls naturally to it. The pedal positions, the vision, the cowl height, looking out the sides, it's all where you want it to be. You line up 20 cars down the road, Corvettes and Porsches and whatever, you really have trouble beating today's Firebird for where everything is in relation to you.
What Pontiac's all about today is the driver's in control of the car, and that translates to firm ride and lots of motion control. But we found that once you sell somebody a car like that, they'll never go back to the other guys. We've got him hooked. This Firebird with gas pressure struts and shocks is the epitome of that philosophy. Got a 71-year-old uncle up in Sun City, and every time I come to Phoenix, he wants me to bring out the latest Firebird for him to drive. He takes it out in the country and goes 100 miles an hour, and he loves to go around corners with no tire squeal. He's always driven Cadillacs, but there's a Pontiac in his garage now. Not a Firebird, but a Pontiac, because he likes what we're doing. The secret to selling this kind of a car is to know the car. You've got to know what the options are. You've got to know the difference between WS6 and base. You've got to know what's standard on each model. Because the guy that comes in to buy a Firebird probably does know, and if he thinks you're kidding, he's going to walk. This is Jim Lyons for the Pontiac Video Magazine.